Recently, I reported at Earthfiles.com the breaking news that retired U.S. Air Force Tech Sgt. John Burroughs had finally received U.S. Veterans Administration full medical benefits for injury in the line of duty during his encounters with unidentified area lights in Rendlesham Forest near RAF Bentwaters, Woodbridge on December 26 and 28, 1980. This came after more than a year of efforts by U.S. Senator John McCain. Following up on my Earthfiles news reports, the Florida Herald-Tribune headlined, "Did the VA just confirm UFO dangers?" Then by March 3rd, the UK Mirror followed up, "British UFO encounter gave me heart failure," says U.S. Airman John Burroughs after military chiefs agree to pay his medical bills. In 2011, John began suffering periodic life-threatening atrial fibrillation, also known as AFib, a quivering or irregular heartbeat that can lead to blood clots, stroke, heart failure, and other heart-related complications. He filed for Veterans Administration medical benefits, but was denied when VA staff said there were no records of his serving at RAF Bentwaters, Woodbridge. John sought legal help in Jackson, Mississippi attorney Pat Frascogna and then Arizona U.S. Senator John Kyle before his retirement. John's VA case then went to the office of Arizona's U.S. Senator John McCain. Eventually, the VA admitted knowledge of John's service at RAF Bentwaters, Woodbridge in the 1979 to 1982 time period, but found those medical records were, quote, classified, close quote. By 2013, John needed open heart surgery to repair seriously damaged mitral valve leaflets. John was angry and frustrated at not being able to get VA medical disability coverage when he was learning that a top-secret UK restricted Project Condign that had been quietly declassified in 2006 contained information that directly linked exposure to UAP radiation in the December 1980 Rendlesham Forest unexplained lights to bodily injury and mental manipulation. Finally, under pressure from Senator John McCain's office, the VA arranged John's urgent open-heart surgery for mid-December 2013. He began to recover to more normal health, but still had no VA medical benefits, and his RAF Bentwaters Woodbridge medical records were still not returned to him because they are classified. By January 23, 2014, John began filing Freedom of Information requests with the MOD, and by the spring and fall of 2014, the UK Ministry of Defense finally admitted it withheld at least 18 classified UAP UFO files. That is the FOIA breakthrough for which John Burroughs has also received the 2015 Researcher of the Year Award on February 21st at the Open Minds Conference in Fountain Hills, Arizona. The day after his research award for that breakthrough with the UK Ministry of Defense, on Sunday, February 22nd, 2015, John and his attorney, Pat Frascogna, issued a press release that said the, quote, U.S. government's de facto acknowledgement of the existence of UFOs had occurred because the Veterans Administration finally granted John Burroughs in January 2015 full medical disability for bodily injury in the line of duty December 26 and 28, 1980, when John twice encountered mysterious aerial lights in the UK's Rendlesham Forest growing along RAF Bentwaters Woodbridge, then the largest NATO Air Force base at the height of the Cold War. Before Project Condign was declassified, there was another important historic document that had been released through another FOIA request from the UK's MOD division called DI-55. I have that DI-55 document in my hand, and it was dated February 23, 1981. That's only 1 month after the Rendlesham Forest encounters near RAF Bentwaters. And this DI-55 memo is about background radioactivity at the UFO UAP site in Rendlesham Forest. And the DI-55 states that the radiation measured seems significantly higher than the average background of about 0.015 milliroentgens. A milliroentgen is a unit of exposure to ionizing radiation and is about 1/1000th of a Roentgen. Well, Project Condign describes exposure to UAP radiation, however it is defined, at whatever frequency, and says that it can cause damage to the body and can manipulate the mind. I asked John Burroughs if he understands how the UFO UAP radiation damaged his heart.
The best I can tell you on this is it was clear once this information was made available, all of a sudden the doctors knew what to look for, and they did some more testing. Prior to that, my civilian doctors couldn't understand a guy in my health overall. My heart was healthy other than the fact that it was being damaged because it kept going into AFib and congestive heart failure. They couldn't understand why it was doing that. There was no reason for it. They couldn't get to the bottom of it. That's when they requested my military records in the first place and were denied. Basically, once this information became available, everything expedited, and within a short period of time, within a 3-month period, I was completely treated. They figured out what was wrong. They went in and did the surgery, and my life was saved. But the bottom line is that my claim was based on the fact that I was injured in the line of duty, that I became sick right after the incident, which was the reason why I had my heart issues. Here's the Condign proof that this incident happened. Not only that, but the Condign proof shows that my heart was damaged by whatever I was exposed to in the forest in 1980.